Welcome, 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 welcome to Baby Proof Rides. We are in the midst of redoing our Ford Bronco. We are Chevifying our Ford Bronco.
Built Ford tough with all Chevy stuff.
That is right. So we will not be found on road dead.
Every time I see a Fox body Mustang going down the drag strip, it doesn't have a Ford engine, and I'm just saying, that's not a conspiracy.
Anyways, we are putting a 5.3 LS into our Ford Bronco. We just got a scrap motor.
Check up here if you guys haven't seen us picking up the motor. We weren't gonna pull it apart, and then that started the snowball. And then I completely disassembled it. And then you know how it is. If I'm gonna do it, we did it. So it went to the machine shop, came back, new pistons, new gaskets, new bearings, new everything, some fresh paint. It looks great.
Well, some redeeming qualities for you Ford people is we did paint it Ford blue, so
and it does look really good on there, I'm not gonna lie.
So maybe it'll pass the sniff test of, you know, it'll still look like a Ford, but it won't be a Ford, it'll be a Chevy. Anyway, so we thought today we'd give you a little update because like we said, this build has already begun the snowball, which I disclaimered might happen. We have new plans for the Ford, so we thought today we would just kind of give you an update on where we are currently, what we want to do to it, and kind of the road plan.
The ironed out road plan of what's happening.
Yeah, so without further ado, let's go take a look at our beautiful 88 Ford Bronco. So here we have an 88 Ford Bronco. We affectionately call it the O.J. Simpson style. It did not come black originally. It actually was this really pretty forest green color.
Let me show you the green.
Yeah, we can show you a little sample of that. There's still remnants of it. Boop. It kind of looks like...
It was only on Eddie Bauer.
Yeah, it kind of looks like...
It was actually green and tan.
It kind of looks like it's sort of like primered.
No, it's a single, somebody did a single stage paint job on it. I think the front must have been hit. That's why it says F-150, these two fenders, because the Bronco F-150, same thing in these years. So that's my guess. The front got hit and they pulled this off of F-150 and said, let's do the Henry Ford thing and paint the whole thing black.
At first we talked about like, let's not paint it, let's leave it black, but you know.
It's gonna stay black for a little while though. We're gonna build it and get it on the road and then we'll talk about it again.
It will be painted. We've already been brainstorming paint colors. I'm not going to disclose that yet, but we've got some mock-ups and designs, and as we get closer to that, we will let you guys know. So honestly, it looks like it's in pretty good shape. Body looks pretty straight, no major damage. You know, the paint's not great, but there's like hardly any body damage at all. So
there's like 3 little rust spots on the whole thing.
Yeah, so literally looks really good. Everything functions. I mean, it does run and drive. The tires are completely dry rotted out, so we will need new tires to get this thing going. I'm going to paint the wheels back to the correct Eddie Bauer silver they're supposed to be, and I'm going to put the red lip on them like it was supposed to. It's going to be getting 31 by 10.5 by 15 or 33 by 10.5 by 15 BF Goodrich KO2s, white letters out, because that's what belongs on this truck. And this actually would have been this color, so this is actually original. There should be a tan body line stripe, yep, going across like that. If you look up any Bronco from this era, it should pop right up, but that should be tan. We probably will go back to something like that. That paint scheme. You can see the tan right here if you look closely. Yeah. There's your tan, right there. So we probably will go back to that paint scheme eventually, but overall, oh, and this is not
like
correct.
I said, this was definitely, I think the front got hit, or both the fenders. This will be, they're the same, but they have the wrong logos.
So like I said, no major body damage, which is phenomenal. There's some scratches here and there. The paint's not good. The only thing that's like a major bummer that this doesn't have is I love when the Broncos have the iconic wheel on the back, and then you put the little Bronco cover on. Y'all know exactly what I'm talking about. And I desperately want to add that, and Michael's telling me it's going to be a pain in the neck, if not impossible, to add it. If you guys have any suggestion or anything that we're not thinking of, please let me know, because I just think the tire on the back with the vintage Bronco tire cover would just set this thing off. So that's a major bummer. But anyway, I digress. The lights, these are the original lights. I'm toying around. We probably will change these with LED bulbs. I know
all the housings are going to get replaced, brake lights as well, and I will put LEDs in.
Yeah, I know, like we try to keep things original, but when it comes to the lights, I mean, you just can't beat LED lights, so we probably will do that.
They're slightly used and fogged, and
we definitely need to find, like Michael just said, we are going to find the Bronco badges. I don't like these badges at all.
oh, here you go. I found them. Found it.
Ah, we have Bronco badges.
Yeah,
we need to get those cleaned up.
Imagine this isn't here.
Yeah, so there you go. That's what it's supposed to look like. I actually like when the Broncos have the actual, you know, force badge, but that wouldn't have come on this, and it doesn't really match. But you know, sometimes you can take creative liberties. TBD on that.
I have like the original owner's book and everything. I mean, this thing's all here.
Yeah, pretty sweet. Here's just where a little bit of rust is, you can see on the body, but nothing.
There, and there's a little spot on the tailgate. That's really it.
Nothing major.
Here's your tan.
Here's more of the paint. There's the tan that's supposed to be, and there's more of the green.
I'm really heartbroken that it got painted over on the green and tan, because green's my favorite color. I don't have a green truck. Stephanie pulled the green off of her truck. It's just like, it isn't happening for me, and I don't know why I'm getting like so close. But
repainting it green is on the table. It's in the mix of considerations. It's not top pick right now. Things could change, but we'll see. But it's in the running. Okay, so outside looks pretty good. The frame, no rust.
Frame is great.
Tubular steps look good. I mean, there's just really, the mirrors look good. Honestly, this is not in bad shape. I think, you know, when we look for vehicles that we're going to restore, we try to stay away from vehicles that need a ton of body work, just because, you know, you guys know, I mean, that is definitely the part that nobody likes doing, and it's time consuming, it's expensive, it's just, anyway, so we are very fortunate, don't need any body work really, maybe some minimal things here or there, but it's probably not gonna happen. All right, let's take a look under the hood.
Overall, under the hood looks great. I mean, everything's here. This is why I say that both these fenders were replaced, because the inners are black. You can see the wire firewall still got the green. I think this is just a whole different front clip. I even know the EFI would have been on the F-150. This would have said 4x4 on the Bronco. But it's here, guys, and just for the record, this motor does run. It's just not happy. It's a little tired. I did find out it's got the AOD transmission, so if anybody's interested in the motor and the trans, it does run and drive. I can send you videos. It's got 60 pounds oil pressure. For what I'm gonna do though, it's gonna go. So if you guys are interested in it, let me know. We'll work something out and you can come get it.
All right, now let's take a look inside. The doors actually work really well. That's another thing that I always look for on these things, because repairing doors, not fun, not easy, but the doors actually work really well. Here's the interior, all original interior. This is the Eddie Bauer edition. So back in the day, it was the bee's knees. This is sort of
they call it the little trees.
The little trees, special to the Eddie Bauer edition.
That's how you get in the back.
Yep, the seats pop up. You can hop on back there.
This is what I'd like to show in this Bronco. Look at the dash. As someone who comes from Chevrolet, every dash in a Chevy is cracked. This dash is perfect. Perfect. And it's never been in a garage. That upsets me on so many levels. Also, there's nothing wrong with this door. I have it tore apart because it's fooling with the window regulator. Anyway, this is the original interior little storage box too. There's junk everywhere, but I think this is a really cool setup. This is one of my favorite things about the truck right here. I'm 6'1" for reference. Look at how much room I've got. Look at my legs. This is great.
The interior actually is in pretty decent shape. Some things that we want to do off the bat that I can tell you. You can't tell through the video, obviously. It still has a little bit of a stench, like mothballs or something, mold, because it did sit outside for a long time. So I am to the point now, I would like to rip up this carpet and put in new carpet. It just, you know, it's discolored in some places. I think it's supposed to be brown. It's kind of this like reddish color all over.
If you look kind of on the sides by the seat, you can see what color it would have been.
Yeah, so it just, you know, the seats, I actually like the seats. I'm toying around with replacing them. They are comfy, but
There's
again,
no tears though.
The seats are in good shape, so I'm really torn on if we keep them original. The only thing is, as you guys know, the cloth seats, if you're a kid of the 90s like I was, they just have that smell. And y'all know exactly what I'm talking about when I say that smell, and that's exactly what I'm talking about. I tend to be a leather girly. The cloth is very comfortable, but when I sit in it, I just feel like I'm going back in time to my grandpa's, you know, 4x4 diesel, and it just, I can't explain it. It just gives me that kind of nostalgic feeling, but like in a kind of a gross way.
I'm not ripping the seats out until they tear, and then it's on.
Yeah, okay, we'll see. So the seats might get refinished. I think one thing that would be cool though is if we still incorporated this patch somehow, like sewed it in or something. But I am considering doing that. Now let's hop in. This is the view from the driver's side. As Michael mentioned, the dash is in really good shape. Glove box looks good. I actually really love this head unit. Like, I love how retro it is.
It's gonna go. It's gonna go.
Michael doesn't like it.
Well, it's not that I don't like it, it doesn't work very well.
Does the radio work?
Ish. When it wants to. The radio doesn't work.
Okay, do the speakers work?
No.
Okay, so new speakers, new head unit.
Super easy though.
Honestly, when we first got the truck, I told Michael immediately the gauge cluster needed to go, but I think he cleaned them up and it looks much better because,
well, it's still going.
It was very dusty before, but I guess I'm being told that it's going as well.
We'll get to that.
But everything else, I mean, honestly, is in good shape.
This is the cleanest thing that has ever been drugged to my house.
Honestly, another thing I'm really impressed with is this headliner, guys.
Like overall, like
usually these headliners are so dirty. Okay, that's disgusting. But other than that, I mean, the headliner's in pretty good shape.
I'm gonna Scotch-Brite this, try to clean it up a little bit. This all works. For not really being taken care of, like it was just used as a truck like it was supposed to be, it's really in good shape.
I think another thing that's cool is I like to look at the instructions and stuff that used to come on the cars in this. So like, look at that. It's like still all
Also, there's
intact.
ashtrays everywhere in this thing.
Yeah.
Here, in the back seat, they're everywhere.
People used to smoke. This is something aftermarket
Yeah,
that
they
was
just
added.
They wanted to make sure they had oil pressure.
And then,
High
what does
beam.
that do? High beams on the floor.
Just like your Apache.
Ignore my hideous Crocs. It's raining. Don't judge.
This is how you know that you have a problem. Of the 6 vehicles at my house, 4 of them have a high beam switch in the floorboard. That's where we're at.
I also just like everything works electronically, so all of this works. It works really well, thank goodness.
And vent windows are all in good shape.
Honestly, you guys, like this is like a dream project. Like the body work is the body is in great shape. Most of the things, all the electronic stuff functions. No major repairs. There's just some cosmetic things that we would like to do. The things that we need to repair are easy fixes. Well, relatively easy, and easy for me to say because I don't actually work on these. I just kind of tell the boys what to do. Oh, and the rearview mirror. I got a rear view mirror tore off.
I'm Jody.
Someone was listening to Jody Messina and took it a little too literally around here. So anyway.
And they were really serious, and they took the driver mirror off too.
Yeah, they say I ain't never looking back, and that's a fact. Oh man! Also, I think it's hilarious. Like,
as if that was gonna do anything.
Yeah.
To the smell.
Yeah, good try.
The wipers are actually like fossilized as well. Like the rubber is now like a solid state.
I would like to take the top off for you guys, but right now it is raining, so I will have to save that for another video. And Lord knows I don't want to get the inside of this car wet because we've done a number on trying to get the stench out. Let me climb in the back just so for reference you can see how much room is back there in case you've never been back there and you guys are interested in acquiring your own 88 Bronco. All right, you guys, I'm going to get in to show you guys kind of reference for size. I'm 5'7", I'm not a small girl. So we're just going to come on back, put the seat down.
Pull it down.
Extremely roomy. To be honest with you guys, I feel like this is just as roomy as my Tahoe. One thing that you should know is that you cannot get in from the driver's side. You have to get in from the passenger side unless you want to like climb over the middle thing or whatever.
I mean, you can, it's just you got to roll the seat up.
But anyways, you'll see. Okay, my knees are hitting. So if you're taller than like 5'7", you know, if you're a big guy like 6'1", this is probably gonna be uncomfortable. If you sat in the middle,
oh, you're golden.
yeah, you know, you've got all sorts of room. I mean, you might fly through the windshield if we make impact with something, but I digress. This is cool. These back things are like little pouches.
Take it easy on those zippers.
Yeah, this doesn't really want to unzip. Oh my gosh, the zipper. Oh,
Okay, stop. Don't break it.
I'm not. I'm gonna rezip it. Okay.
I need to
Let's
hit
not
them with
touch
some
those zippers.
PB
Yeah. You have your own little armrest back here.
and ashtray.
Oh, we got your own ashtray. That's good. I would like to throw some WeatherTechs in here. I don't know if that exists, but find some sort of rubber mats, replace the carpet, put rubbers down. And then let me show you guys the trunk. There is literally so much junk back here, but it's actually a pretty decent sized trunk. So, you know, if we were gonna go to a car show, we only go to like Chevy, GM car shows, so probably couldn't take this anyway. But if we were to, we could load up the family in this, put our child back here, plenty of room in the back for a cooler or, you know, or suitcases or whatever. So this would be a great option if you're into classic cars and you want to have something that can accommodate the family. This is by far a phenomenal option. Just make sure you replace that motor so that you don't end up stranded on the side of the highway. And call us for an LS swap.
The other things I'd like to add on this that I really am happy with, this is kind of like with the square bodies. I think why a lot of people like them. It's like the best of the old and the new, if that makes sense. For example, like, it's got ABS brakes. It's got disc on the front already. Like, you've got a lot of the things. It's got factory AC. You know, it's still got vent windows, but it's got power windows, power locks. Like, you've got a lot of those creature comforts that you kind of are used to in a newer car. Obviously, you're not going to get all the tech, but like, this is enough that you could be very comfortable driving this every day.
Okay, so motor's going in. I guess we're gonna redo the gauges, just learned that. So we're gonna redo the gauges. We're gonna have to get new tires and then we're gonna drive it for a while. Then I think we're gonna go on the cosmetics. So coming in here, replacing the carpet, debating on the seats. It sounds like I still have to do a little convincing. Maybe get a new paint job going into the spring. So, you know, this thing is coming along, but I'm excited just to get it running and driving and cruising around. And hopefully by next spring, when it's drop top weather, we will be taking the top off and going for a cruise. So
that is one of the other things. Yeah, that's probably in the spring. But the one thing, like the second we bought this, for sure, especially for my little boy, I want to get a soft top for the back. Because we used to have a convertible and we loved it, but Tennessee is so hot, you don't get to rock it a lot. So I think soft top in the summers, hard top in the winter.
Boom. There you go.
And they're only like 600 bucks, guys. So that's what I'm saying. Like, everything for this truck is really affordable. Like the lights and stuff. Coming from the C10 world where everything is like $1 million, this is a really nice change of pace.
Yeah. So if you are interested in following along on our journey, make sure that you like, share, subscribe. It really helps us out. If you have any comments, questions down below, we try to get to everything that you guys are seeing. We just really appreciate you guys that are watching and have been with us from the beginning. And if you're new here, welcome. We're so excited that you're joining us.
The channel's growing. As we go into next year, hang with us. We're growing the channel. More things, more exciting things to come. We're going to check back in on some other builds that are happening. We've talked about it before. Josh has got his 61 Apache Pig. That is well underway, and we're going to have to do a check-in on that. A couple of the other guys have got some stuff coming too for next year, so I'm super excited, and y'all know that I can't go a year without doing something. So
there's always something going on around here, just let me tell you. And just when you think that there's nothing, something falls into our lap, ergo this Bronco. So, you know. Anyway, thank you guys so much for following along. Make sure that you like, share, subscribe, all the things. God bless you. We will see you next time.